Good morning, my friends. I'm out on my back porch and I am trying to make an all in one worm chow. And what I have here is just a combination of things that I already give my worms, but I thought if I had it at just the right, excuse me, just the right moisture consistency, that would just be a beautiful combination that I could just then, scoop up and give it to the worms. And what it actually is it's coffee grounds that are still just kind of, they're just a little bit moist. They're not, dried, but I mean, they're old. They've already been through the coffee maker, and so they're kind of, once you put boiling water on them, they're no longer acidic. They're just kind of like, uh, what's the word that I want to use? It's not acidic, it's not alkaline, it's right dead center. And then what I've taken is, these are my wonderful Drake elm leaves. You can see that it's a small leaf. So, it's only, and you can see it's already got some probably mold and fungus already on it. And I put those through my NutriBullet so that it's made a really fine, very fine consistency. There, you can see that. And the interesting thing is I took one of these and I just, stuffed it full of leaves. But this is what it breaks down to, is probably about a third of that size. And then my fruit was dehydrated, and then that was put through the NutriBullet. That came out like this. It just almost, not powder form, but you can still see pieces of the banana peel and what have you in there. And then, of course, good old eggshell. And I've added that into it because, remember, worms don't have a stomach to chew this up. They have a crop and a gizzard. So it's kind of like taking two stones. Let me get a pinch full here. It's like you're putting the food, like you're taking a piece of food or something and putting it in between that, and then just rubbing it back and forth. And then that's what really grinds it down for the worms. So, in adding all of this together, it creates a really nice food for them. It's, kind of complete. However, I was listening to Sandra over at Nana's Worms and Garden, and and she's doing a series on worm science, and it's really quite fascinating. If I could mention to you that you really need to go over and check out what she has. She made the comment about taking things like this and just putting it on the worms and not really giving them any place to go and play hide and seek, I guess is what I should say, is when you take everything and you break it down to almost not liquid form, but really a form like this, you're really condensing their habitat. And so here they're in something like this, and they're not really going to be able to get around very well. And whereas with leaves or with cardboard, I know I have my cardboard here somewhere. Oh, here you go. With our cardboard, I also have it. Where's my other cardboard? Doggone, I'm looking, but I'm not seeing. When you give them things like, when we give them things like this, they have places to tuck and hide. And you give them leaves, they have places to tuck and hide. And so that's kind of almost a better way of doing it. Even with full fruit, these are banana peels, by the way, sweet potato, a little bit of onion. I don't feed them a lot, but I do feed them a varied diet. They have places to go and seek and go back and forth. Here's my coffee grounds. Sorry, I knew I had coffee grounds there somewhere. Um, so things like my clever idea of having, something that I can just scoop up and give the worms. Do it this way. Here I can take my stuff and I can say, okay, great, I have this great worm chow, and this is good. It has fruit in it. It has coffee grounds. It has, like I said, it has coffee grounds. It has the fruit. It has the leaves. It already has eggshell in it, so that's great. But I will probably add to it something like more carbon versus another nitrogen source. So I'm not going to add this into here, but I will add that whenever I'm feeding my worms. So it's just a good reminder that you really, unless it's bone dry, you really need to keep adding more carbon to your worm bins and keeping them healthy. And it gives them, more activity. I think if we're spoon feeding worms, we need to toughen them up a little bit and give them an environment that they have both carbon and nitrogen, and they also have to, I don't want to say work for it, but it's not so perfectly suitable for them that they have to kind of go out and seek and find. So anyway, that was what I wanted to show you. I wanted to give you the recipe for this. If you have things like azomite, or you have rock dust, or any of the extra amendments, you could add that to this. I don't have that. So garden what you've got, I give what I have. And so that's just a little thought. And again, I would encourage you to go over to Nana's Worms and Gardens and watch her series on worm science. It is fascinating. I've watched the first one. I've watched it 3 times. I'm still picking up things that I didn't catch the first and second time. I'm going, oh wow, this is marvelous. So I would definitely highly recommend it. And I hope you guys will come back and see me. I'm just getting ready to start my rounds of feeding the bins again. It's January. It's the end of January, and it's time to get everybody fed up and started to really reproduce, so I can get the castings that they're making so that I can feed my garden. So anyway, I'll say take care, everybody. Have a great day. I hope you'll come back and see me again real soon. I would appreciate a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, I would love that too. So come back and see me real soon, because remember, garden what you've got. I'll be here. Take care. Bye-bye.